All right, good Monday evening, everyone. It is weather for Weather Geeks time. It's my expanded weather video that we used to kind of go much more in depth. We really drill down into the whys of the weather out there, why things happen. I only have a few minutes on TV. On this video, I can talk for as long as I like. Hopefully, you don't get too bored. Beautiful evening for a milkshake this evening. I'm sure Handles is very busy. It's just a hot summer evening, but it's not that humid, and so it feels a little bit better than it did 24 hours ago. I'm going to do a little bit of a calendar tour here. We'll start with the 2-degree guarantee. We hit the forecast right on the money today. 88 was the forecast, 88 was the high, pushing our accuracy streak up to 4 in a row. And for 2016, our accuracy stands at 72%. Here's a look at June. We've got a few more days in the month, but it'll certainly go into the record books as a warmer than average month. We hit 86 Saturday, 88 each of the last 2 days. So we've hit 88 now, let's see, 4 times this month. So we have not hit 90 just yet, but I'm sure before the summer is through that we will. Now the other big story, the rain. Now the numbers are a little bit skewed this month, as they oftentimes can be in the summertime when you can get thunderstorms that bring a lot of rain. If it were not for that day on the 16th where we had about 1.5 inches worth of rain at the airport, we would be in a pretty big deficit for the month. But that wet day has pushed our total up to 2.94. We're still a 1/2 inch below average, but we would be way below average if not for that day. Overall, many more dry days than wet days, and as you can see, since that wet day on the 16th, we've only had 0.15 inches worth of rain over the last 10 days. We might have that much rain again over the next 10 days, and so the concern is increasing that we're going to start sliding into a little bit of a drought here. All right, the good news is the dew points have come down really, really nicely. Dew points were in the lower 70s this morning. It really felt muggy when I was out walking the dog this morning. But this afternoon, again, while it was hot, with dew points tailing back into the 50s, it did feel a little bit better. Another way to look at the moisture content of the atmosphere is the water vapor imagery, showing us, generally speaking, from a satellite perspective, how much water vapor or moisture there is in the atmosphere. The brown and orange colors are the drier air, the blues and reds and oranges, that's where the moisture is. As you can see, the drier air is pushing in from the north and west. Severe weather concern, front range of the Rockies this evening out into the high plains. Some classic summertime thunderstorms down in the southeast. We, of course, are high and dry, and we're going to stay that way overnight. Now, front number 1, which pushed through earlier, is what knocked our dew points down. The second front on Tuesday, this is the one that has the cooler air with it, and it may try to spark a real random or stray shower or even a thunder shower midday and afternoon on Tuesday. This will be real hit or miss. A lot of us will be in the miss category. Behind that front, open up the windows tomorrow night. I think we drop into the lower 50s tomorrow night, paving the way to a just beautiful day on Wednesday. We're talking mid-70s, sunshine Wednesday, very comfortable weather. AC gets the rest. Then on Thursday, with that high drifting to the east, be a little bit warmer as we try to get more of a southerly component to the wind, but it still will not be humid at all. Our next front on schedule to arrive Friday. Here it is Thursday. It'll swing through on Friday, might bring us a shower or a storm Friday, but I don't think there's much in the way of moisture with that. Back here in the near term on Tuesday, again, the highest probability of precipitation we have during the day is 20% in the early and mid-afternoon. Not real concerned about severe weather here locally at all. Concern a little higher off to the east, as you just saw. In fact, a lot of us won't hear any thunder tomorrow. There's a slight risk area from parts of the lower Susquehanna Valley in eastern PA up through parts of the Hudson Valley in New York, into the Adirondacks, and up into parts of Vermont as well. Could be a stormy day there. All right, over the last month, more and more areas have gotten into the dry category on the drought monitor. Here's the current outlook showing a lot of Ohio officially now in the dry category. This is issued each Thursday. We'll have an update in a few days on this. I suspect more areas will be added. So we're not in a drought, but it is getting dry, and we're going to start talking about drought more as we get into early July if this pattern persists. Here's a look at the last 60 days worth of rain compared to average across the country. As you can see, it's been very dry compared to average in California. Pretty wet, actually, up near the Grand Canyon, Vegas, over towards parts of Texas, and up into the front range of the Rockies. Northern Rockies have done fine. It's been kind of a wet 2 months. Mid-Atlantic states, especially recently, of course, with all the rain in West Virginia. But notice all the real estate covered by dry weather over the last 2 months. A lot of the Northeast, in fact, the entire Northeast, Northern Ohio, Northwest PA, most of Michigan, even parts of the Southeast have been dry. It's been a pretty dry 2 months in a lot of the country, taking us back into the middle of spring. Now, as we look out over the next 10 days, here's a look at the European model rainfall totals. It is paltry. I mean, we're talking, if we're lucky, maybe a half an inch, but I think that's even pushing it. The legends up here at the top of the screen. We're mostly in the green here in Northeast Ohio, Western PA. That means less than half an inch over the next 10 days. Again, we've only had 0.15 over the last 10 days, and the next 10 days could be very, very similar. So not very good news for gardeners and farmers as well. And if you're getting tired of watering your plants and running the sprinklers, you're going to be really tired of it, I think, once we head towards the end of next week. But again, the good news is, look at these dew points over the next week, taking us through the 4th of July on Monday. This is a remarkable stretch for this time of the year, when we're heading into the hottest time of the year, the most uncomfortable time of the year for many. Dew points mostly in the 40s and 50s all the way through the 4th of July. And I think the 3-day holiday weekend is looking fantastic. I mean, sunshine in abundance. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it'll start to get warm, but with these dew points, hey, not too many complaints here. So a lot to look forward to for the 4th of July holiday weekend. Thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11. More Weather Geeks heading your way Tuesday evening around this same time.